welcome back to my channel. My name is Naivondra. Today we'll be doing a half up, half down hairstyle for short hair. As you can see, I had in some braids that I took out. They were about 2 days old, after washing my hair. This is like the best way to stretch your hair out. I'm going to go ahead and section off my hair into two halves, of course. My parts aren't even because I'm doing it myself, and I wasn't really worried about it because I'm gonna have a lot of hair on my head anyway. So I just wanted to make sure that it was pretty decent of a part. The first thing I'm gonna do is spray a little of my concoction that I have on my hair, and I'm gonna braid the back of my hair because we're gonna sew in my bundles in the back. The way that I braid, I do it in a what do you call it, a snake pattern, because I feel like that's the easiest way to sew down hair. And yeah, so we have our needle and thread here. We have our bundle of hair. I'm gonna go ahead and stick the needle in there and then sew it on up. Everybody has their own way of sewing. I kind of just go on how I feel, if I want to go up or if I want to go down, but I always make sure that I loop between each thread. And yeah, and this is how it looks after I finished. It looks crazy, but that's all right, we're gonna fix it. So let's move to the front. I went ahead and did a middle part in front of my head because we're going to have two ponytails in the front. Now, since my hair is really short, we are going to I'm going to have to stretch my hair so that it can connect to make one big ponytail. So what I'm going to do is take some of this Gorilla Snot, put it on my edge. I have to get it as slick as possible into a ponytail with some rubber bands. And then I'm going to brush it up as high as I can. And I am going to put in a ponytail, of course, and then I'm going to make another section of two ponytails and connect them to those two ponytails, if that makes sense. Y'all gonna see. Okay, so that's one ponytail, right? Now we're going to do the next ponytail. So we're going to do the same thing, stretch it out. As you see, I'm making a ponytail, right? Now we're at the third ponytail. This is the ponytail closest to the front. Now what I did is, the very first ponytail that I did, I cut the hair in half so that it can stretch. Half of it can stretch into this ponytail, and the other half is in the other ponytail so that they all can connect together. So we're going to go ahead and put that ponytail and half of the first one in one entire ponytail so that they're connected, like connect the dots basically. Now with this section of the hair, I went ahead and I had to part it and put Gorilla Snot between each layer so that I can get it as flat as possible. I need to straighten the hair as much as I can so that all of this hair can go into one ponytail. So that's what we are doing here. Now we're going to put all that little puff into one. Now this is some crochet hair that I had laying around the house. I just put a rubber band around it, and we're going to take our finger between that rubber band and tie it around my little pom-pom here so that we can make sure that it stays on. And I'm going to go ahead and braid that hair down. Of course, it doesn't look pleasing to the eye because my hair is really short and you can see that, but that's all right because we're going to go ahead and cover that up anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and braid this all the way down to where you think you want your ponytail to fall. So the longer you braid it down, the longer the ponytail is going to be. You'll see what I'm talking about. So here's some wrap. We're going to wrap this around the ponytail so that I can glue on my one bundle of hair to this braid I just made. So we're just going to wrap it all the way around. It doesn't have to be super tight because it really doesn't. It doesn't matter if it's tight or not. But you just make sure that you wrap it around pretty good. And we're going to go ahead and put some hair glue at the end of it so that it can stick together and that it won't move. So I realized it was too long, so I just went ahead and cut off a few inches of the braided hair. It was just too long for me. So here I am putting some glue on a bundle of hair, and we are going to go ahead and start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. Now I only put glue on the beginning of it so it won't, fall off, because I am going to wrap this entire bundle around this one braid, so it's not gonna move at all. So I finally got to the top. The last piece we have here, we're gonna wrap it all around. If you guys had ponytails before when you were younger, it's just the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some bobby pins in this so that it won't move. Now we're going to go ahead and put some Gorilla Snot around my edges so that they can lay down while I'm finishing my other ponytail here. And we're going to go ahead and make sure we define that part in the middle. And we're going to go ahead and put on some Got To Be spray just so that, since my hair is natural, I still want to make sure that it lays down. And then we're going to go ahead and use that same wrapping paper to make sure our hair stay laid. So here is our two pom-poms. They aren't completely done. I'm going to go ahead and put the two ponytails up because I'm going to wand curl starting from the back portion. I sprayed Got To Be on it so that, I don't know, the hair can have a little stiffness to it. This hair was like really silky and I knew it wouldn't hold the curl for a long time. So that's why I put Got To Be on it first. And then I also put it on after I finished wand curling my entire head. So after I did the back, I went ahead to the front of my head. I did the same thing, sprayed the Got To Be, and wand curled it. After I finished wand curling, I just went ahead and brushed it out. I like my hair pretty big, so it depends on your liking if you want it to be big or not. These curls were really pretty, but I just like big, so I just combed them out. After I finished combing them out, I went ahead and took the wrapping paper off. It was a few minutes later, so yeah, you were good. I was good to go. For some reason, this wrapping paper was not trying to come off, or maybe it was the glue. Maybe it was the it was the Gorilla Snot that I put on. So here I cut a piece of track and I wand curled it so that I can wrap it around both of the ponytails. I wanted them to look like one big ponytail, so here I am going to wrap it around, and as soon as I wrapped it around, took the last piece of that track and I'm going to go ahead and wrap that around itself so that it can stay in one place. As you can see, the track is showing, so I'm going to play around with it a little so that the track does not show. So once I go ahead and wrap that around and put a bobby pin in that, I go ahead and take hair from that side and wrap it the opposite way, because I want to make sure that this does not move at all, and we have to make sure that our track is not showing. It doesn't matter how much hair it takes, I have to keep wrapping this around and combing it out. I'm combing it out because I want to make sure that it's not too like flat. I need it to be a little, like, since it's curly, I need it to be a little bit puffy, and it's going to help cover up my track. So once I finish that, I'm going to go ahead and puff out my hair to my liking. This came out really great. I would really love for you guys to let me know what you think about this. If you can like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that'll be awesome. I will have more videos like this. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one.